Hello, my name is Crystal Straits. I'm a 21st century modern alchemist, and welcome to my multiverse. Come on in.
Welcome to my world of jewelry alchemy. As an intuitive fine jeweler, my passion lies in transforming the earth's most precious materials into more than just adornments. All of my creations are meticulously handcrafted using sustainable gold, ethically sourced gemstones, and conflict-free diamonds from across the globe. You see, what I create isn't just jewelry, it's healing, it's empowerment, it's a reflection of the divine feminine energy. My work is all about honoring the modern goddess. Each piece serves as a jewel for the mind, body, and spirit. From exquisite engagement rings to timely family heirlooms, I infuse every design with love, intention, and purpose. So I became a fine jeweler after I left the styling world. I would often start my clients' looks with jewelry. Some people start their looks with a shirt or a shoe, but I would always start their looks with jewelry. Jewelry just it excited me. It just felt like it was the exclamation point to the look. And so when I left the styling world, I wanted to go into a product business, but I wanted my product to be sustainable. I wanted my product to be timeless. I wanted my product to have depth and be able to tell a story and for families and women to wear for generations and generations. How I became a fine jeweler. I'm a big collector. And as a little girl, I started collecting everything from rare coins to stamps to jewelry. I love vintage jewelry. And I love jewelry because it tells a story. Unlike clothing, which is more disposable, jewelry is more personable. Any piece that you have, you know where you got it, who gave it to you, and when you received it, and why. You will also be transformed. When purchasing a piece of Crystal Straits jewelry, it is truly a magical co-creation between the two of us. I put so much love and intention into my jewelry, and the process of customizing or creating something bespoke from scratch, it truly lights me up. So when I get to create a piece from scratch with you, it's a process. It's not only a process of me sourcing these stones, we get to work together to create this beautiful, healing, intentional piece of jewelry that will stay in your family for many generations. Everything is energy. So you not only have to be intentional about what you put in your body, but what you put on your body. Jewelry carries energy, and that energy can go from light or dark. So it's important to clear your jewelry. It's important to set intention into your jewelry, and it's important to use your jewelry. I create jewelry for the modern goddess, the goddess who is not only intentional about what she puts in her body, but what she puts on her body. Jewelry made with love and intention. The specialty of Crystal Straits Jewelry. We are a bespoke business. I create family custom heirlooms. I create amazingly unique engagement rings. I love working with couples, the process of it, especially when the husband or the fiance comes to me and he wants to create this special ring for his fiance. I just love seeing them go through this process and picking each piece, picking the metal, picking the size of the stone, picking the carat, picking the cut. It's all a process. When I get to witness the engagement or the marriage, my jewelry as a symbolism of someone's sacred union, it doesn't get any better than that. I'm so grateful. So I went into fine jewelry to create these custom family heirlooms for my clients. I studied at NYU. I studied gemology with GIA, and I did a 2-year mentorship with my mentor, learning all about fine jewelry and diamonds. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? I just think that diamonds are a real testament of alchemy. And that's why I'm so drawn to precious metals and precious stones, because it's like taking these beautiful rough stones and creating this beautiful art with this polished, finished stone. The story of even how a diamond is made It starts as this like rough, ugly stone from the ground, but then it goes through this process of cutting and polishing. And in the outcome, it's this beautiful stone that multifaceted and multidimensional. And I feel like diamonds are a lot like us. We go through this shadow work, through this, pruning. Spirit is pruning us and taking us through the human experience of life, like Earth School. We're here to transform. We're here to grow and evolve. And just like a diamond, sometimes we're put under pressure so that we can become the best versions of ourselves. So you see, fine jewelry is an extension of my alchemy. I love working with stones. I love working with precious metals. I believe jewelry carries its own frequency. Boy, was it hard getting into the fine jewelry industry. You may not know this, but the fine jewelry industry is predominantly run by men. It's really like a secret society. So when I entered the business, I had to be literally invited in. I would walk down the street in the Diamond District, blonde hair. I used to wear my signature red lipstick. This black girl walking in the Diamond District. And I would go to these vendors to have things made or to try to develop relationships with them. And they would be like, who do you work for? And it was like, me. I am a small minority in the Diamond District, in the diamond industry. So I literally had to kick down the door. I had to work harder to get in the door. I had to work harder to develop and sustain the relationships. The diamond business is not an easy business, and it can be shady and cutthroat. But I developed the kind of relationships in the business that I develop in any business. I believe, like every other industry, we come here to work together. We come here to collaborate. So I was blessed enough to be able to be mentored and be invited into the industry. And it wasn't easy. I had to make these relationships with these vendors. I had to prove to them, because they're like, who are you? Often in the jewelry business, these are jewelry families for generations and generations and generations. So I'm a first generational fine jeweler. It's almost like I had to break the mold. I had to kick down the door. And now I can pass this beautiful business, this beautiful alchemy, this beautiful skill down to my daughter and my son. So my jewelry isn't just jewelry. It is a work of art. It is a healing, intentional piece of jewelry that adorns your temple. Jewelry created with intention can help you release blocks and can create protection for you. My jewelry is my armor. I wear my jewelry as a layer of protection. When I leave the house, when I'm in the home, all my pieces are intentionally layered and selected. So I really encourage and support my clients to choose their pieces intentionally and really use their jewelry as like a healing ritual, as a way to make space for their human body. Jewelry is an exclamation point to your body, to your look. And so I often encourage my clients to wear their jewelry as an expression of their creativity, as an expression of their peace, as an expression of protection, as an expression of their highest, most authentic self. Once I choose any stone for any piece of jewelry that I'm creating, I then clear the stones. Jewelry itself and stones carries its own energy. And it's important that when you receive a new stone, even if it came straight out of the earth, is that you give it gratitude, but also clear the energy. So it's important when I'm creating something from scratch and I'm creating these custom pieces for my client that I clear the stones first. That way it's at a neutral state. And when I work with clients, I ask them to give me their intentions. So if we're co-creating a piece, it's very intentional. I ask them to share with me intentions they would like for the piece that we are co-creating. And then I personally charge their intentions into the stones and into the metal. When choosing stones and gemstones and semi-precious stones, I consider the healing properties for the stones based on what the client is asking for. So if a client gives me an intention that she wants peace and protection or good health, then I find her a stone that has those healing properties and can support her. The pieces that I create are timeless.
they will continue and be passed down from generation to generations. I'm creating family heirlooms. When I'm wearing my Alchemized jewelry, I turn into the ultimate goddess. My jewelry is my armor of God. I feel like when I put on my necklaces or my earrings or my diamonds or my bracelets, I feel so in my body. I feel like a walking piece of art. Everybody says to me when you see me in person, they're like, you're like a walking advertisement. And I take that as a compliment. Because that means like these pieces are authentically mine. I've created these pieces, one-of-a-kind custom pieces for me. And that is the basis of the work that I do.
If you're ready to co-create a piece of alchemy jewelry with me, you can find more details in the description box below. In the next episode, I'll be diving deep into inner child healing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.